This is a Thunder Game Report.
Hi, I'm Randy Renner at Chesapeake Energy Arena. The Thunder used a big second half, some stingy defense, and big games from Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and Reggie Jackson to shut down the San Antonio Spurs tonight. They win at 106-94. That ends the Spurs' 19-game winning streak. And you might remember the last time the Spurs had a really long winning streak. It covered both the regular season and the playoffs. That was 20 games, and ladies and gentlemen, guess where that one ended? Yes, right here on this court, the Thunder ended that one during the Western Conference Finals a couple of years ago. Durant tonight with 28 points. It took him till right toward the end of the game to get to 25 and extend that streak of his to now 39 games with at least 25 points. Russell Westbrook had 27. Reggie Jackson was hot as a pistol tonight. He had 14 points on 6 of 8 shooting. The Thunder limited the Spurs to just 43 points in the second half. After the game, we talked to head coach Scotty Brooks and also Russell Westbrook.
Our defense was outstanding in that second half. Thought we started that third quarter really making it tough on them, getting good, clean looks, and that's one of the hardest things to do against the Spurs. They move the ball so well, and they cut so hard. All their players can handle and make plays. They're all triple threats. And then the second half, I also thought we got out and ran with our defensive stops. We got out and ran, 15, 18 fast break points in the second half, something like that. But I thought it was good. Everybody, I thought Serge was active. Serge was really doing a good job of blocking and altering shots, protecting the paint. But everybody chipped in. Everybody came in. Reggie came in and made some big shots when needed.
Dean Blevins, News 9. Coach, how much of that is Russ and his leadership? He talked at practice about the fact he's been disappointed in his defense and he was going to take it upon himself to play better.
Well, I like that. I like Russell. Russell has one of the best players in the league, and he has matured as a player right in front of our eyes. And it all comes down to all the work that he puts in. He wants to lead our team every night, and he's an emotional guy. He plays every possession with fire, and that's what makes him a special player. All of our guys take ownership on how they play, and a lot of times as a group you have to do it as a group. Sometimes you have to do it individually, and I thought during that stretch when we weren't playing the defense we were capable of playing, we got together and tried to clean some things up, and I thought it has improved, and tonight it couldn't have been any better with the way this team has played, and obviously the streak that they're on. They're one of the best teams in the game and one of the hardest teams to guard.
Byron Patton Fox, you closed quarters really good tonight. First half closed to kind of stay within striking distance. You didn't play that well, and then the third quarter you took over at the end of the third.
I thought Russell's big three into that second quarter was a big shot, and then we made a layup. We cut it to 3 going into halftime. But the third quarter, our hands were active. I mean, we were all over the place. We were defending them without fouling by moving our bodies. And not grabbing and holding. We did a good job. They didn't get to the free throw line, and they don't shoot a lot of free throws, but they're hard to guard, and we did a good job of keeping them out of their offense.
Nick Allen, ThunderME.com. Coach, you turned them over 19 times, led to 30 points. Why were you able to get so many of those live ball turnovers, do you think?
Well, those in the second half, that's what we really wanted to, throughout the game we want to focus on that, but I thought we picked it up defensively in that second half with our hands and our length, and we were clogging all the angles and driving opportunities that they had, and then we were closing out to the shooters right on the catch. And you have to do that against this team. They're one of the best three-point shooting teams in the league. They have a team full of 40% three-point shooters, so you have to be right there when they catch because they shoot it within a second.
Coach, Michael Kenny, Norman Transcript. Can you just talk about specifically the defense Russell played on Tony Parker? It looked like he was in him from the get-go, harassing him, getting him on the floor, whatever chance he got. Just talk about that intense matchup right there. Well, a couple of things have been, I think, is a little overrated. We are not overrated as a team that's underrated, that we are a good defensive team because it starts with everybody participating in the defense. And the thing that's underrated in Russell's game is his leadership and his ability to defend. He's an amazing scorer. He can put points on the boards. He can get KD a lot of looks.
But what he does, he leads and he defends at a high level, and that's what really makes us a good basketball team.
After Serge kind of altered some shots and blocked some shots, did you kind of see them noticing that and maybe passing out down low and just Serge's impact overall?
No, they pass the ball on every team. This is one of the best passing teams in the game. They move the basketball. They know Serge is going to be around the basket. That's what he does. He's right there with the best defensive players in the year of the year. In my book, he's right there. He should get it. The way he defends, he plays pick and rolls, he guards multiple players. We can switch him out on point guards like we did tonight, and then he blocks and alters and changes a bunch of shots.
Anyone else?
Scott, can you talk about having Kendrick back there, having Kendrick in there, giving you those minutes? I know it means a lot to the team as well.
I think he did a good job. I love the crowd's response. They appreciate what he does, and that's all that matters. We love what he does. He impacts the game in so many ways that this stat sheet, you might as well not even look at it. He's a winner. He wins, and he does. I thought he did a great job coming in. It's always nervous coming in for your first game. He probably won't tell you that because he's too tough. At least he tries to act tough in front of you guys. But he hasn't played in a while, but I thought he did a good job of coming in. The nerves kind of settled down in the second half and did a good job.
Kevin Guzminski, News9.com. Are you still sort of tinkering with the rotation, but still as you get guys back? For instance, like we didn't see Jeremy Lamb until late tonight, or is this the kind of rotation you think you'll be using going forward?
Well, it's going to be hard to get everybody in. It's the NBA. You have to be ready when you're called on, and you can't play all 13 guys, but all 13 guys have to be ready. And how you do that is preparing to be ready at all times, and you do that to start the practice. You do that to start the shoot around, and you prepare before the game. And then when you get an opportunity, you give yourself a chance to play well. And Jeremy hasn't played a lot of minutes, but he's still in the mix. He just has to be ready when he's called on.
It seemed as if late there was a little bit of interest and effort in getting KD his 25th point. Is it natural for you guys to? He even kind of cracked a smile when he went to the free throw line there. I know you guys aren't gunning for it necessarily.
I'm highly disappointed in our fans. They put so much pressure on that when he had 24 points. They wanted it. I think they wanted it more than anybody. And it's actually great to see. It made KD smile at the free throw line. We weren't running any plays other than our late game plays when we need a bucket, and that's what he does. It's a great streak. You're talking about one of the greatest players that ever play the game of basketball, and he's doing it. Even the streak of 3 consecutive months of 33, that's amazing. And then 39 games shows his consistency. Shows that he is as consistent as any player in this league, and he earns the success that he gets because he works his tail off.
You talked about it a little bit earlier, but interior defense, Kendrick getting back out there. Good job on Duncan tonight, putting a body on him. Talk about his performance, getting back in there.
That's not an easy player to guard. He's going to go down as one of the best bigs in the game. He has so many great moves. He's fundamentally sound. He has all the moves down low, and he shoots the ball well from the outside. I thought Serge and Steven did a good job of just challenging his shots and making his catches difficult and pushing his catches further out than he wanted.
Turned 19 of their turnovers into 30 points. Why were you able to get so many live ball opportunities?
Just being active, man. Just defending, playing Thunder basketball, doing what we're supposed to do, and locking up.
You closed out quarters really good tonight. First half, kind of taking control. Third quarter, you really just kind of widened the lead.
Just defending, man. When we play defense like that, it's going to be tough to beat us. That's just our motto. That's what I'm sticking by.
How important was closing the half? You get the three-pointer and then the layup in the final seconds. How important was closing it out?
Very important. You may miss a few shots here and there, but you got to keep your mind in the game and stay in the moment. And regardless of if I made that three, I missed it, you still get the opportunity to get a 2 for 1.
Does it look like after you made it, you told the Spurs that you weren't going to stop? Was there something about that moment that you wanted to just really send a message to them?
Yeah, I'm not going to stop regardless if I start 0 for 20, turn the ball over 10 times. I'm going to keep coming. Keep coming. That's my motto. That's what I stick by.
Russ, after that dunk, you had the crowd pumped up. Talk about that moment where you got them on their feet and what that does to you guys.
It's good, man. You know, I haven't dunked for the Thunder fans in a while, so I thought I would do a little something tonight. But it was good to get loud and have some fun.
You guys got those loose balls in the second half. First half looked like they were getting them, but you got them in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, we had a little slow start. I mean, he wasn't down too much, but we could have did a better job in the second half, and I thought we did a great job coming out and doing a great job defensively.
Russ, did you talk about getting Perk back?
Toughness, man. He gonna bring that to the table regardless of whatever else he does. If he gets a shot up or if he doesn't, but he brings toughness. Did a great job on the big. Serge, Nick, Steven, the bigs did a good job of being physical and just brings toughness.
Talk about Reggie, his impact off the bench tonight.
Reggie was Reggie tonight, man. He was aggressive. He can score the basketball. He did that tonight and did a great job running his second unit.
You guys have a distinct athletic advantage against them. Have you sensed that over the period of this year?
A little bit, but that doesn't mean nothing. You still got to go out there and play smart and play our type of basketball and use it to our advantage.
Can you put Kevin's 25-point streak into perspective? 39 games in a row, 25.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of games to be scoring 25 points in a row. You can't just not think about that. I mean that's an unbelievable, stat. He's constantly going to continue to. I think he may just finish the season out doing that. I mean he does that in his sleep. Tonight, it's one of those nights he wasn't making too many shots, but as you see, he can get hot real quick.
What was that thing for you guys, though, when you know going into a game that you're going to get 25 from him?
No, I mean it's definitely something you don't have to worry about. I mean Kevin, I honestly wants to come out and not worry about it, but he's such a great competitor and great scorer. It just happens for him.
What about sweeping these guys this season? Does that carry any meaning as you go forward into the playoffs?
I mean, that's a big thing, man. I think, when you have a team and they're a good basketball team, they're the number one team in the West, and we want to be the best team, you got to beat the best. And I think we did a great job of that tonight.
A couple more. You've had 10 of the last 12 against this team. I can't imagine too many teams have done that in the Tim Duncan era against the Spurs. What do you feel like it is about you guys?
I think, we just focus in more. I mean, obviously, when you play San Antonio, you can't be lackadaisical. As you see, we start the first half off just kind of going through the motions and they score points real quick. And I think we've been doing a great job in the last couple of years, just focusing in and being real particular on what we do on different players and doing a great job of it. I don't know. I think maybe just playing them enough in playoffs, man. Just continue. We gotten older, a lot more mature, and I think that may help us out.
Russell Westbrook in the Thunder locker room, and of course head coach Scotty Brooks before that. Russell will not play, we understand, tomorrow down in Houston. The Thunder headed that way, and they'll have the Rockets on tap, and then it's a stretch. They continue on the road to Phoenix, Sacramento, and LA to play the Clippers. So this game tonight began a stretch where the Thunder will have 5 games in 7 nights, and 4 of those on the road. We'll keep you updated as we move along, so keep clicking back to InsideThunder.com.